Saturday night and I like the way you move. Divock Origi. It's party time and not 1 minute we can lose. Divock Origi. Na 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 dee 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 da dee da da da. Champions of Europe, motherfuckers. 6 times for the Reds. I want to know how you're feeling. I want to know where you watched it. I want to know who you were with. Apologies for the delay in the stream, but YouTube messing up last night meant that I had to reset a few things right at the last minute, just when I thought everything was tickety-boo. I can see you guys are in now. How the hell are you? I am buzzing, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely flying. I haven't come down from that victory yet. I haven't come down, and why would I? I want to know all about it, ladies and gents. I want to know what you thought of the parade. I want to know what you thought of the game. I want to know everything. I want to know who you were with. Not in a nosy kind of weird kind of way, but I just want to share these moments with you guys. So do let me know. I'm so glad you're in now. I apologise for the late start. I actually did that intro twice before I found out this was working. Twice. That's how bad it was. As we know, YouTube Studio was down last night, which is why I couldn't stream. So I sincerely apologise for that. All day yesterday I was looking forward to it. I kept saying it to my wife, I cannot wait to get on there tonight. I cannot wait to chat to everybody about what happened on Saturday night. It was great to share it with Connor, with Brian, with Dave, and it was momentous and I'll never forget it. But you guys are what put this channel where we are, and I wanted to come on and share it with you, and I was so frustrated. I was sending voice notes back and forth to everybody last night. I was cursing YouTube, but it doesn't matter, ladies and gents, because we're here tonight, we're back, we're ready, we're live. I got a feeling we'll win the Premier League, said Param, next year. I hope so, buddy. I really, really do. 6 times, ladies and gentlemen. 6. Count them. 6. What a parade yesterday. An estimated 750,000 people lining the streets of Liverpool to receive the heroes back into the bosom of the community. Oh, God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, ladies and gentlemen. Why did the channel get a copyright strike on Saturday night? Just the wording of a title again. Wording of a title, just assumptions that we broke rules, which we didn't. Thankfully, there was a phone number attached to the company that gave us the copyright strike, and we were okay, and we managed to ring them. And to their immense credit, they did drop the strike very quickly, and we were back live, we were back streaming. Guys, I've got a lot to get through. First of all, I want to start off the stream with a couple of shout-outs. A Twitter account. If you guys like Twitter like me, go over there and give @MoSalahFact to follow. And if you're on Instagram, @ShotOnGoal247, check them out as well. Both the links to both those accounts are in the stream notes as well. So yeah, check them out, please do. Lots of love to them. Any transfer news, Mossy mate? We'll get to the transfer news, buddy. Don't you worry about that. But come on, pal. It's about number 6. The parade was mental, but the bus was rocking, said 210 Records. The imagery, some of the pictures that I've seen from the parade, some of the artwork that people have made from it already, I mean, it is just unbelievable. The 7-druple is on next year, said Param. I love it. 7-druple. That's a very interesting way of putting it. What else have we got? 100,000 Evertonians came out just to see what a trophy looked like, said Graham. I love it, man. And hello, my friend. How are you, sir? Said Craig, we did it. I was in Carragher's in New York for the game. I seen a little bit of footage, mate. It looked absolutely rocking in there as well. Oh, ladies and gents. Larry Leach is in. How are you, my friend? Lots of love to Canada. The parade was golden. 4 hours of glory. I'm the same. Myself and Connor sat here. Connor very hungover yesterday, and we watched that parade, and it was no more of a reception than those guys deserve. That team is superstars. They'll go down as in folklore now. Jordan Henderson lifting that European Cup above his head felt more than just a Liverpool captain lifted a European Cup. It felt like vindication and redemption for a man who was fought tooth and nail for this football club. He might not be everybody's cup of tea, but you know what, I love him, and he will go down in folklore now, as will Jurgen Klopp as well. I cannot wait to see the banners on the Kop over the summer and next year. Jurgen Klopp alongside Shankly, Paisley, Rafa. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so buzzing for next season already. Transfer news to get through? Probably. I don't know. I haven't checked up too much. Loads and loads of stuff. Oh, but let me say, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that donated, whether it be super chats or whether that be via the direct donation link on Saturday night, because as you know, it was a charity stream in aid of Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. Sabrina did the mini marathon yesterday, so she got that done, so congratulations to my lovely wife. It looks like we've raised around €500 so far for Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. Now that's taken an estimate of advert revenue and stuff like that. So many donations, so many wonderful people, so much love, and thank you. It meant a lot to me that you guys came out on Saturday and supported my wife in this, because I want to support her because I love her. The link is still, the donation link is still in the stream notes below. The account remains open, so if you didn't get a chance to donate on Saturday night and you want to donate directly to that link, it's Sabrina's Everyday Hero link is in below. So check it out if you want to donate. All the money that you donate goes directly to Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. So thank you so much to everybody that donated on Saturday. We had some lovely super chats. Some people were donating directly to it as well. We had some massive donations. I mean, I don't want to embarrass people, but it was beautiful. Thank you so much for all of your help. On behalf of Sabrina, on behalf of all the wonderful ladies that did the Dublin VHI Ladies Mini Marathon in aid of Cystic Fibrosis Ireland, thank you guys so much. And we will of course be doing more charity streams as we move on as a channel. Yeah, maybe we'll do one for a Liverpool charity next time. Maybe we'll do one for your city the time after. But look, firstly, my wife's in the chat there. So thank you to everyone that supported her with donations. It means a lot to us. It really does. Yibber said, let's talk about 6, baby. I feel like I'm going full on Dave. I have to give credit to that. And you know, there's a wonderful moment in my house actually on Saturday. So myself, Brian, Connor and Dave, we were sitting here and we were celebrating, and the video suddenly came up, the interview with Jurgen Klopp, where he starts singing Let's Talk About 6. And as you know, Dave of Dave's LFC Chats sang that a couple of days before and posted it up on his Twitter account, or YouTube account. And there was just this moment of, a surreal moment of, did he see that on Dave's account? Do you know what I mean? It was magical. So yeah, lots of love to Dave as well for that one. Having Dave, Brian and Connor with me on Saturday, I'll never forget it. You got to see me wearing a wig and everything, which I looked a bit like Brian May. I think that was probably the best show. Anyway, look, let me get to your thoughts. Kane was non-existent in the final, said Ashwan. Yeah, he wasn't. And I said that. I mean, look back on the streams. I told you guys Kane is going to start and Kane is going to be ineffective because Kane isn't fit. The fact that he put his manager in that position and that he was left on for 90 minutes, too much player power. He shouldn't have played that 90 minutes. He shouldn't have started because he clearly wasn't going to be fit. But you know what? The final itself wasn't great. It was not a great spectacle. It was not a great advert for what these two clubs are about, because both of those clubs can play an awful lot better, but it doesn't matter. The 3 weeks gap between the final Premier League game and that game probably played a part, but it's about getting over the line. We've played well and not won things before. This time we got over the line. Penalty in the first minute. Mohamed Salah stepped up, he scored, and then Divock Origi, the man who deserves a special mention in this Champions League campaign, scored some huge goals for the Reds this season. He popped up with an absolutely thunderbolt left-footed strike into the bottom corner in the 88th minute, or 87th minute, giving Hugo Lloris no chance, and that was it. Job done. Destiny was calling. The Reds lifted number 6. Where were you? Who were you with, ladies and gents? Craig, I think you could knock out Joshua. Oh, we'll get on to that fiasco a little bit later on, buddy, don't worry. Craig, you on the sunbeds love the channel from Dublin. No, I'm just not as pale sometimes, mate, as the lights make me out to be. Anybody who's met me in person always says the same thing to me. Actually not as pale as those lights make you look. Now look, don't get me wrong, I'm not tanned or anything, but I'm not quite as pale. But no, not being on the sunbeds. Thank you so much. Said loves the channel, and he's from Dublin. Thank you, FaZe. Appreciate that. Busy fixtures for Liverpool next season, Super Cup and Community Shield, says Red Tick Gaming. Yeah, there is. Just a confirmation on that, though, so it is important we get this one right. There was some belief that perhaps there was no European or World Club Championship, until 2021 to 2022. But there is. It's just been reformatted then. So let me just get this. So it's important to note that Liverpool will indeed be playing in the World Club Cup this year. It will take place in Qatar in December, and FIFA are calling it a test event for the World Cup. And as I said, the new bigger version of the competition starts in 2020, 2021. Look, I'm not going to hide from this. I think the fact they're having it in Qatar is a piss take. I really do. I know they say it's a test event for the World Cup, but the World Cup being given to Qatar was a piss take as well. So the fact that the next 2 seasons World Club Championships are going to take place there, or the next season's one I should say, it doesn't sit well with me at all. But somebody pointed out to me, do you know what, Craig? Maybe Liverpool fans might have had to travel to Japan or Australia. But my point is this, well, at least, without being disrespectful to Qatari people here, at least there's a culture of football in those countries. We all know that Qatar shouldn't have got the World Cup, whatever your thoughts are, and if they got it, and we have to live with that. But to then go and put this event there as well as a test event, I don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me, but it is another competition that Liverpool can go to try and win. We have the Community Shield as well, and of course we have the Super Cup in Istanbul against Chelsea coming up. So yeah, busy season ahead for the Reds, which is why I think we will need to increase the squad. And we'll get onto that as well. Saw the Wiggler, Harry Anfield and the Scousers. 210 records, mate. Thank you so much for the super chat. That is so lovely of you. I really appreciate it. If you have a comment or anything you want to make, mate, you didn't put them with the super chat, but you are fully entitled to have something read out, my friend. If you do, just whack it in the chat there. Lash an emoji next to it, and I'll get to it. But again, I got to be honest. One Saturday about the charity stream, I was nervous. I was so nervous because I wanted to really help my wife, and I wanted to get her over the line towards that 500 quid target that she had. And you guys came out and you delivered big time, and for that I thank you, and I will always thank you. You know I love you, but I love her more. I think you'll understand that though. Who cares if we didn't win? If we won, if it wasn't, no, we'll start it again. Who cares if it wasn't great? We won. Damn right we won. Damn right we won. Yeah, it was so much fun. The hoodie is mint, Craig. You're looking forward to wearing it at the Ataturk next May. Yes, the Champions League final, by the way, thank you Martin O'Neill for that one, is in the Ataturk Stadium. Of course, the scene of that momentous victory in 2005. The European Super Cup is there as well, but the final of the Champions League is there next year. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind an hour reunion. I was there in 2005 and I wouldn't mind an hour reunion next season. Fingers crossed, 3 Champions League finals in a row to get to will be amazing. Craig, whom was the unveiled player at Melwood today? Nobody, Gary. I didn't see anybody unveiled at Melwood. Running around for 90 minutes in Qatar in the summer will be interesting. For the World Cup, yes. Actually, the World Cup was moved, wasn't it? Wasn't it moved to December or something like that? The World Club Championship takes place in December though, mate. So at least there is that. Larry said, we had a sold out pub of 300 people in Cagliari, ticketed and sold out the week prior. Probably the same atmosphere when Anfield Agenda arrives. You're not getting away with that, Larry. We're showing up. We're coming. We're coming to Calgary at some point, buddy. Don't you worry about that. I'm so glad to hear that you guys had a great time. You guys were amazing to us, by the way. We were sent videos and pictures from people all around the world that were celebrating it and just wanted to tag us and stuff and let us know. And on behalf of myself and Connor and everybody, we really appreciate that because it was important to us that we got to see how you guys celebrated it as well and what parts of the world you were in and who you were with. And you didn't let us down. You never let us down. Our subscribers are the best in football YouTube, and I thank you for that. I was in Galway with Christine and Sinead, said Dave Sweeney. Did you see the pic in the email? I did. I absolutely did, mate. It was lovely. Sorry I didn't get a chance to email back. It was lovely seeing her standing in front of the screen like that. And she got her wish. Mo Salah scored. I was so happy. And I actually mentioned it to Connor afterwards after the game that Sinead would be happy, Dave. So do pass on our best wishes to that wonderful young lady, and I hope she celebrated as well. Craig, do you know when the away kit will be revealed? I don't, buddy. I don't. I'm guessing at the start of July, and here's why I'm guessing this, because anybody who bought the home shirt from the club will receive that £10 voucher that's only valid for June. So I gather when that runs out, they'll probably release the away shirt. So yeah, probably July, but it's just a guess. It looks like it is that white one, by the way. How soon do you believe until our first major signing? Do you know what I was thinking? I think it was 2 days after last year that we announced Fabinho. So I was wondering, Raoul, I was wondering about it, mate, but I don't know. I spoke to a couple of people who are of the mindset that Fekir is going to happen. I spoke to a couple of people who think that Timo Werner is going to happen. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. What I do know is, though, that Fernandes came out and said that he would rather play for Liverpool than Manchester City, that he prefers Jurgen Klopp's gegenpressing style of football to that of Pep Guardiola's Manchester City now. If you want to take anything from that, please do. I don't know, but it is good news. And who wouldn't want to come and play for this club now? If you're a footballer, and I think it was pointed out to Jurgen Klopp on the team parade, he basically said to the interviewer, I think, I'm trying to think who was interviewing him at the time, because there was a couple of different interviewers, wasn't there? I think it was Peter McDowell. I think he said to him, can I have the footage of this? Because basically this is what we'll use to sell the club to people. Because look at it. If you don't want to come and play for Liverpool Football Club after seeing them go and win the Champions League and seeing the celebrations and the reception and the adoration that those players and that manager and that club gets, then best of luck. You're not going to get that anywhere else in the world. And I hope you guys see the new logo as well that we dropped. We dropped it there yesterday. I say dropped it like I'm a fucking DJ or something. We dropped that new logo there yesterday. It's in the bottom corner of the screen, as you can see. New Anfield Agenda logo. I hope you like it. We've been working on it for quite a while. As always, I think Connor knocked it out of the park, because he always does when it comes to design. So that is the new Anfield Agenda logo, fresh with 6 stars, looking fresh with those 6 stars. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys do as well. Any chance you'll be in Vegas anytime soon? Actually, it's like you're reading my mind, Jacob. Myself and my wife were discussing the possibility of later on in the year perhaps doing a few days in Vegas and maybe California, but it depends on the family finances and we'll have to look at it. But it is definitely, I want to say on our agenda, Jacob, but it's definitely on the list of somewhere we want to go very, very soon. Rabiot gave an expression of wanting to come to Liverpool over other offers, said Thomas. Well, we know that Adrian Rabiot is a fan of Anfield, and we know that he's a fan of Liverpool. We've seen stuff posted up on Instagram before. I think I said it was when we beat, I can't remember who it was we knocked out. Maybe it was Manchester City, maybe it was Roma. I think it might have been Roma, actually. He put up those that emoji with the love hearts for eyes and, you know, a picture of Anfield. So we know he does like it, but it also seems that United, I think, are linked to a £170,000 move, or £170,000 a week deal for Adrian Rabiot. But look, you got to take all this shit with a pinch of salt. Dara, you're home from hospital, mate. I'm so glad to hear that. Told you AJ wasn't focused before the fight. Congrats to Katie Taylor, but I felt she lost. Dara, I'm with you. I think Pursoon deserved that fight, or Pursoon deserved that win. I think the least she deserves is a rematch. And obviously, being Irish, I'm hugely biased towards Katie Taylor. I love her. She's brilliant. But I felt like you that she did lose that fight. So the least Pursoon can deserve is a rematch for me. AJ will get his rematch. But he underestimated Ruiz at his cost, and he was gracious in defeat. And congratulations to Ruiz, who showed he's got the heart of a champion. Right, Domestic Butler said, I could barely walk, I was so drunk, so happy, lost my voice, couldn't talk on Sunday. You're not on your own, mate. We're all losing our voices, we're all losing our minds. I don't know where I am still. Honestly, I'm going around the house going, what's going on? Where am I? What am I doing? And I just keep going back to LFC TV and watching replays of the game and watching the parade. And what else would you want to be doing? Anthony said, I'll get my pocket money. I'm going to ask my mum, can I have some to donate to you? Don't, mate. Anthony, you don't need to donate to us at all, my friend. You take that pocket money, buddy, and you treat yourself with it. Don't you worry about that, mate. You being here is enough thank you and enough support. Don't be asking for any pocket money, mate. You keep that for yourself and get yourself something nice. What else have we got with it? The Anfield Agenda logo was a bang, said Red Tick Gaming. Yes, I'm glad you like it. I really am. Eugene said, love the new logo, thank you. We're working on what to do with it. I mean, we have it on here, obviously we have it on Twitter, we have it on Instagram, and please do go and follow all those accounts. Our accounts have been growing rapidly, is probably the right word. I mean, we've had 2,500 new followers on Twitter over the past couple of weeks. Instagram's gone up 500 in the last 7 days. We I don't know what to say, but a massive thank you. We're all very humbled by the support that we're receiving on our little channel here, Anfield Agenda. Domestic Butler said, subscribe and like, people. Thank you very much, sir. Any chance you'll be in Glasgow in July for Liverpool versus Napoli in pre-season? No. And I was going to go to that game, but I will be in Turkey on holidays with my family, buddy, for that one. So I'm back. That match is actually the day before I come back, I think. So I won't be able to go, and I would have loved to have gone. Kev Wright said, Craig, I think a tattoo artist will be busy putting an extra star in Liverpool supporters in the next few months. I've got a tattoo planned. Have you? I need to get the second sleeve I have done, mate. I have half a sleeve on one arm and a full sleeve on the other arm. So that's probably... I do have a Liverpool tattoo already, as I've shown you guys before. But no plans for any more, apart from the rest of that sleeve. Read my super chat, would appreciate it. Sorry, mate, did I miss it? Yibber said, let's talk about 6, baby. Let's talk about how salty the Manx are. Also, Bruno Fernandes favours Liverpool over City. We are Liverpool. Love you, Craig. 6 times, baby. Sorry, mate. I did see it. And I think I just started singing Let's Talk About 6 and then forgot to read the rest of it, Yibber. But thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. It's And you're right, yeah, we spoke about Bruno Fernandes. Connor really, really wants Bruno Fernandes. He's been talking a lot about this guy. It is good news that he favours us over Manchester City, but whether anything happens or not, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Stig said, 750,000 at the parade, there are 550,000 living in Liverpool. Crazy. It's a beautiful city, mate, and you know, I know people who drove from all over the UK just to be there for that moment. And I'm sure it's something that Jurgen Klopp and the players won't ever forget. It was beautiful to see. And nobody does a reception like Liverpool. Nobody. You can stay with Liverpool fans for free, bro, said Vigo. Where have I got the free? Where can I stay for free, mate? I'm always up for a freebie. So you let me know where I can stay for free and I'll rock up there with a bag. Are we the biggest club in England? We're joint with Manchester United, I think. Is it 42 trophies each? 42 or 44? I can never remember which one it is. But yeah, we've the same amount as Manchester United now of major trophies. So right back on the top where we belong. Griezmann might come to Liverpool. I don't want Antoine Griezmann anywhere near Liverpool, mate. Not even a little bit. Antoine Griezmann is all about Antoine Griezmann, and that's it. When he's not busy making DVDs, fucking off the fans that idolise him to say he's leaving, he's too busy going around with his stupid haircut, making silly dances and flossing on the football pitch, man. I don't want him anywhere near Liverpool. Personally, he's not the right type of attitude for our football club. Craig, we're talking. Have I been talking to Expression since Saturday? I haven't been talking to him, but we did exchange some DMs on Twitter. And as always, because he's a damn class act, Expressions congratulated Liverpool Football Club. I wished him safe travels home. I told him that his fans were impeccable. I told him that his manager was a class act, and no doubt we'll catch up really soon. But yeah, all the videos I've seen of Spurs fans and Liverpool fans, they behaved beautifully, they interacted well, they were a credit to their clubs, and the final was one to remember. So again, I want to just take a moment to congratulate Spurs on an amazing run to the Champions League final. Mauricio Pochettino's done a tremendous job there, and Spurs deserve every credit, and they will be back, and they will, if they can continue to add some good additions to that squad and keep that manager, they will be a force. So yeah, again, nothing but love and respect to Spurs for the final. But it was our night. We've lost sometimes. It was our night on Saturday, and it was beautiful to see John Aldridge, Jason McAteer, Steven Gerrard, everybody just celebrating, and it meant the same to every one of them. Jason McAteer was in tears on LFC TV. That's how much it was beautiful. You missed a 20 quid donation. I didn't miss it, mate. There was just no comment with it. I said to 210 Records, thank you. There was just no comment with it, so I had nothing to read out. Nova, how are you? Welcome in. Jack's Page, welcome in. Congrats from a Celtic fan. Thank you very much, sir. I really do appreciate that. What a time. VVD, no player dribbled past him. What a player, said Red Tick Gaming. Absolutely tremendous. There was one point during that game where Son got the ball and drove at the heart of the Liverpool defence, and I was so nervous. But Virgil van Dijk stepped across and put it out of play, and it was just impeccable. Impeccable. What else we got? You feel you a boss fella, Craig. Thank you, Paul. I really appreciate that, mate. I mean, the love that I never really speak about it from a personal level to me, but the love that I'm after receiving from people over the past week and messages and support and stuff has just been very humbling, and it means the world to me. So thank you. Yeah, it's been great. I mean, what a season to start the channel. I can't believe it. Connor and I are still pinching ourselves that we're after gone past 16k in our first season. Madness. Have you seen the Salah rumours? Yes, I have, and I actually quote tweeted the Daily Mail's article, and I said, can you please stop spreading this shit around, because it's a fucking joke. There's no way they actually linked him to Manchester United as well as linking him to Real Madrid. Did you see this? 170 or 180 million quid link for Mo Salah, because apparently he refused to talk about, or he refused to discuss his future or something in an interview after the game. I mean, they can just do one. Honestly, did you see Mohamed Salah's face on that pitch? Did you see his face after he scored that penalty? Did you see his face on the coach when they were going around celebrating in Liverpool? Why would that man want to leave this club? And why on earth would he even consider going to Manchester United? I mean, whoever comes up with these articles needs to just forget about it, because they're not journalists. They're just clickbait bullshit artists, and they need to do one. Honestly, I mean, leave them be. Let them spread their nonsense. Craig, did you see Hendo hugging his dad? The bloke was sobbing like a baby. Really touching. Yeah, it was very, very touching. Cape Town Muslim. I mean, his father, I think his father's name is Brian, had cancer at one point as well, and didn't tell Jordan Henderson at the time because he wanted to let Jordan concentrate on his career. It was at a point where he was struggling. I think it was around the time that Liverpool were considering swapping him for Clint Dempsey. And Jordan Henderson said he wanted to stay. He kept his head down, And that must have been a beautiful moment between a father and son. And I'd seen an interview with his father, and rightly beaming with pride about his son and his son's achievements. And he said he brought Jordan Henderson to see, I think it was it in Manchester? I think he said he brought him to Manchester to see a Champions League final when he was 6 or something. And I think he said it was between two Italian sides. And he said when he heard the Champions League music, he turned around to his father and said, "Dad, I'm going to play in one of these someday." And do you know what? He's played in two. And he's won, and he's lifted that Champions League trophy above his head. And I cannot think of a more deserving man than Jordan Henderson. What will we do till August, said Adam Parks? We'll keep streaming, buddy, and we'll keep going with the channel, and we'll keep talking about transfer targets, and we'll cover all the pre-season games, and we'll talk about all the other stuff, and we'll keep looking back to what an amazing season we had this year. And we've got the Charity Shield. Of course, we've got the Super Cup coming up as well. So loads and loads and loads for us to talk about. Mo said that we'll go for the Premier League next season, said Sarah. We've got to. And I think we should take time to give a mention to Fenway Sports Group as well, because they have slowly and steadily steered this club, and it's been growth after growth after growth, progression after progression. Obviously the best thing they did was appointing Jurgen Klopp as manager, but we can't forget other important things that they've had. They brought in Michael Edwards, they brought in Billy Hogan, and they've allowed Jurgen Klopp to have that £50 million new training facility built at Kirby. They've backed him in the transfer market. They've built a new main stand. They named the old Centenary stand the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand. They're getting there. They really are. And what a season for them as an ownership group as well, because they won the World Series with the Boston Red Sox, and now they're after going and winning the Champions League with Liverpool. Not too shabby. So it is right that we give them a mention as well, because they have been very, very good owners for this football club and have constantly added and added and added. And actually on the ownership and on the money and on the stuff around the football club, I do have some really interesting figures for you guys. I've seen something today via the Swiss Ramble, who, if you don't follow them on Twitter, do. Absolutely amazing. Swiss Ramble. I think it's at Swiss Ramble. So Liverpool have earned an incredible... Are you ready for this? I just want to make sure you're ready now. Sit back in your chairs, because this is ridiculous. Liverpool have earned an incredible £251 million in television revenue from the Premier League and Europe. The first time a club has received more than £250 million from these revenue streams ever. Over £250 million just for television rights for the Premier League and this European run. In fact, 4 English clubs have gone above 200 million, including Spurs, who made 235 million, Manchester City, who made 233 million, and Manchester United, who made 225 million. So again, it just goes to show you the progression and the money that's in the game. And now there's talk of a record-breaking kit deal coming up as well over the next 12 months. I've heard everything. I've heard $1.5 billion over 10 years, but you don't want to say anything until you know the exact figures. But you can imagine they're in a very good position now as a club to negotiate any of these deals. And you can imagine people are going to be queuing up to want to work with the European champions. And players are going to be queuing up to want to play for the European champions. Yeah, I said it. The European champions for the 6th time, ladies and gentlemen. The 6th time. This club is European royalty, and this club is European royalty for a reason. Hey Craig, I'm great friends with GTM Boss, and he tells me brilliant things about you. Thank you very much, mate. I'm glad he enjoys the channel as well, and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, by the way, ladies and gents, if you're new to the channel. I told you guys it was going to be quiet on Saturday, and it was, because I knew everybody would be watching the game with family or out and about or watching it on TV. So I knew we were going to have quiet enough streams then. But that was lovely because we got to share it with a smaller group of people as well. But if you are enjoying the streams, guys, as you can see, we're 25 away from our next 100 target. Please do hit that button. Okay, let me get through more of your comments. So I wait for nobody said Real Madrid with 13 European Cups, AC Milan with 7, Liverpool now clear in 3rd place with 6, and then Barcelona and Bayern Munich with 5. Liverpool kings of Europe. Thank you very much for that post, buddy. What games am I going to next season? It depends if I can get tickets, mate. I wasn't able to get a single ticket without paying ridiculous money to go to a game, but I'm going to make sure that changes next season. Yeah, so I don't know what games yet, but I'm definitely going to get over to some. Brian said, we're fucking massive. What do you expect? Liverpool are back. Yeah, we are, baby. Yeah, we are. Why conquer a country when you can conquer a continent? Said Liverpool 6 times. I see you've changed your name as well, mate. Well in. I love looking at the 6 stars. Charlie, well in, mate. I love looking at the 6 trophies, V for Vendetta. Keep it coming. Any transfer rumours? Yeah, we'll get to a few in a while, mate. But let's just bask in the glory of this 6th European Cup. This is the first time I've been on my own since we won that. So, wow. Just wow. Can we win the Premier League next season? Yes, I genuinely believe we can, Survivor. It has to be the goal. You're going to want to defend your European Cup. Of course you are. But the Premier League, that is our Mount Everest at this moment in time. We came close this season, as we know, but close isn't good enough. 97 points was a tremendous points tally, but it just wasn't good enough. Raptor said, did we win? I'm hearing rumours we might have, buddy. I'm hearing rumours. It's vital we strengthen our squad. Now we're in a position of strength. Must not rest on our laurels, said Elijah John 5. I'm with you. I don't expect tremendous additions to come in this summer. I don't expect 4, 5, 6 additions. I would say 2 top level players or 2 pushing for first team players, and then maybe a couple to strengthen the squad a little bit depending on players going out. I don't even want to talk about players going out too much because I feel it's been disrespectful to those that have literally just lifted the European Cup. And it was great to see those players there. It was great to see the likes of Mignolet, Moreno, Sturridge, players who may be moving on. They got that medal before they moved on. And whatever we think about these guys as individuals or about their quality, they're part of the collective that makes up this fantastic Liverpool squad. So we cannot forget them either. Pepper Red said, returning to that perch. Damn right, baby. Damn right. Liverpool will surpass Milan soon, said Liverpool legend. Yeah, I hope so. But just to be clear, in 3rd place as well is great. Raptor said, I'm so proud to say that I've watched us win all 6. Yep, he's showing his age here. Yes, all 6 European Cups. And I cried more on this one than I ever have. I think it's the most emotional. I've known Connor for about 18 months now. It's the most emotional. Now, the Captain Morgans might have had a little bit to do with that, but it's the most emotional I've ever seen Connor. He was just hugging everybody all night, and he was just so happy, and it was beautiful to be able to share that moment with himself, with Dave, and with Brian. We'll be in pot 2 next season for the Champions League, said Phil Minks. Thank you very much, Phil. Will Origi stay? Oh, he's got to, Jason, doesn't he? He's got to, mate. He's a club legend now, Divock Origi. He has to get a new contract. He's earned that new contract. Pops up in the final with a massive goal. Right at the right time to kill off that game. Semi-final, 2 goals in there as well. Against Everton, against Newcastle, I think it was. He pops up with massive goals for this club. And he's developing, and I think Jurgen Klopp will reward him with a new contract. There's actually talk that Liverpool are looking to renegotiate as well. We spoke about this before. Jurgen Klopp's contract. He's got 3 years left to go. And I think the club want to tie him down to more. And can you blame them? Have you signed the petition for the Origi statue? No, because I don't do petitions because it's cringy as fuck. The only petitions I really believe in signing are ones for, political reasons where you want to right or wrong. But for a statue, it's a bit cheesy in my eyes, mate. Craig Moreno was so funny with big ears, he was. Will the Oxlade-Chamberlain have a big season next season? Yes, AJ. I think he's going to have a massive part to play in it. I don't want to say it'll be like a new signing because, that's a bit weird, but it'll be a great bonus and it will give us more strength and depth. And of course we have young Ryan Brewster as well there, and you can only imagine what that little taste of success for him would feel like, sitting on the bench, being part of that Champions League victory on Saturday. Ryan Brewster, I seen the interview with him on the team bus. He's going to be absolutely firing and ready to go next season. Matthew Jackson said Istanbul next May. Got a feeling another final. I hope so, mate. Raptor said I'm still teary. My voice is gone. I'm on here and I'm on autopilot right now. I'm just filled with emotion and love and happiness at this moment in time, and I'm so happy to be on here chatting with you guys. Where's Captain Crosby? He's with family at the minute, mate, doing something important. Brewster and Gomez will play a really big role next year. That's De Ligt and Werner right there, said Brian Morrissey. Yeah, a few people I think still holding out hope for Timo Werner, or not for Timo Werner, for Matthias De Ligt. I just don't see that happening at Liverpool, if I'm being really honest. The faith Jurgen Klopp has in Gomez. I think Matip will get a new contract as well, which he deserves because he didn't put a foot wrong. Absolutely not a foot wrong. Dave said, thanks to Sabrina for putting up with us on Saturday. Mate, it was a pleasure to have you all down here with us, and to be able to share our house with you for such a wonderful occasion. So thank you for coming down, Dave. Who runs the Instagram? Kev runs the Instagram, Proper Skills, or Kevla as he is on here. So yeah, I don't take care of the Instagram account because I quite frankly, I don't get Instagram. I'll be useless running it. So Kev runs that account for us, and he's got us up to 10,500 followers on Instagram. So much love to Kev. Right, what else we got? Let's talk about 6. I'm not singing that one again. We should keep James Milner. Yes. Germanis, mate, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Gomez, Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Brewster, like 4 new signings, said Juan. Matthew says pot 1 for next season. You do go into pot 1 as the holders, don't you? Surely. No, I don't know this for a fact. I'm just, assuming here. Peter Ortiz said, if anybody can, Klopp can make Origi an even better quality player. He should stay. Again, talking about Origi, those of you who've been on the channel for a while with us will remember me saying that I always felt Divock Origi had the potential, but I thought he was... Honestly, I didn't think he would come around this quickly. I thought we'd be looking at another few years, which is why earlier on in the season I suggested that we move him on, because I didn't think we'd be able to give him that time to develop well. He stepped up and showed that he has that inner belief and that he has the ability to step up on big occasions. So right now, give that man a new contract. He's earned it. Marcus said, United fan, but congrats on the Champions League win. Thank you, Marcus, mate. And there's been loads of very gracious Manchester United fans and fans of other clubs that have come in and said congratulations to Liverpool fans, which is top notch. It's great to see. Thank you. Matip has been playing very well since Gomez was out, to be fair, said Scott. Yeah, he's been excellent. Absolutely excellent. Get a bigger house so we can all pop over, said Domestic Butler. Mate, as I said, my door's open to everyone. You get down, you find my house, man, you can come in. The kettle will be on. You're more than welcome to come in. Particularly you, sir. What else we got? Pot 1 said Red Dave. Thank you for that one. Raptor said, as far as I know, Millie and Divock have got new contracts about to be put on the table. Well worth the dosh. Particularly because Leeds never came up. Said Raptor, yeah, I'll be amazed. And in Matip, I'd throw Matip into that as well, mate. Adam Park said, Craig, this is the first time I've seen Liverpool win the Champions League. I was only 3 in 2005. Yeah, Connor said he was what? I think he was 5 in 2005, so he said he's no memory of it either. So I know for a lot of people now, they're going to have got to have shared in a moment, like old folks like myself that I've spoken about before, and there is just something magical, and there's something fitting about this club and the European Cup. They just go hand in hand. Dave Sweeney said, surely Kloppo has his pick of the players that he wants, probably the best manager in the world. I think he is, and I think he is for this club without a shadow of a doubt the best manager. I couldn't imagine a better man to be at the helm of this institution of a football club. Ferno always knew about Origi, said Alpha G. Yeah, you got to give Ferno all the respect and all the love, because Ferno was banging that Origi propaganda drum the entire season, and look how right he was. So yeah, definitely shout out to Ferno. If Werner came in for Divock, I'd be happy. City have a way stronger bench. He doesn't need to come in for Divock though, LFC 1892, because we're losing Danny Sturridge, so there's a space there. We need more attackers anyway, because let's be honest, the drop off from our front three, you can say Origi's pushed on a bit now, that's true. Ryan Brewster is a young player. I have very high hopes for him. I think he'll be an absolute sensation. But you don't want to be putting too much pressure on those young shoulders, even though I'm sure he's capable of taking it. So yeah, I still think we do need another forward or two. Blaine Byrne said, Werner, Fernandes, Pepe, fullback cover, that would be the perfect window. Dauntless always said, I'm 40 in a couple of days. This has been the best present in the world. Absolutely happy 40th birthday to you. That is, I hope you've got a wonderful, wonderful day. But you've had a great week, as you said, in the build-up. Genie should be close to getting a new contract, said Mark Hendley. Did he not sign a new contract a couple of seasons ago? My memory's shocking when it comes to stuff like this. But yeah, Genie Wijnaldum, again, pivotal to this Champions League run and pivotal to the great success we had in the league as well by reaching 97 points. Craig, what do you do if Liverpool won 5 trophies next season? Oh, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. What do you do? I'd imagine celebrate a lot, scream a lot, cry a lot, shout a lot and boast a lot is probably the answer. John Irwin said, I couldn't believe it when we got the penalty in the first 30 seconds. I kept having to say to the lads, calm down, VAR. If you watch back the clip, I think 2 or 3 times I just kept saying VAR, 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 because the referee was adamant, and rightly so. But once I knew VAR was there, I wanted that confirmation before the penalty. And what I don't want to say, how do I phrase this correctly? What a moment that was for Mohamed Salah after everything he'd been through in Kiev the year before. To have his dreams of starring in a European Cup final ripped away from him by that coward that is Sergio Ramos. And to go off the field and have his World Cup affected. And Adidas did a beautiful ad actually about Mohamed Salah with Stevie G commenting on it. I don't know if you've seen it. Google it if you haven't. It's great. And they said create your own destiny or be master of your own destiny or something like that. And he was. He stepped up and he scored that penalty. He gave the Reds the perfect start. Sometimes an early goal can ruin a game, and I think that was the case a little bit here, but I don't care about the performance. This wasn't one that needed to be vintage. It was just about getting over the line. And Jurgen Klopp, this was his third Champions League final. The first one he went into was a favourite, and for him as well, even afterwards, he was so humble, so gracious. Spoke obviously about Pochettino and how great Spurs were, but he just wanted this to be about the players because he believes that those players deserved something, and they rightly did. But it's a great time to be a Red, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world. Again, I want to know more of your stories. Please let me know where you were. Please let me know who you watched it with. I can see we have 390 people watching at the moment. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you don't usually comment, I know a lot of people sit back maybe and just watch the streams while they're doing other things. If you have a moment, please do put it into the chat and let me know where you watched it or who you're with or what part of the world you're watching in, because it's just lovely to interact and exchange opinions on this wonderful football club with you guys. I love it. Okay, some more comments. I'd love it if we won the quadruple before City, said Liverpool Army. I just want the Premier League, mate. I mean, we've done the European Cup this year and it's given us just an unbelievable end to the season. But the Premier League, as I said at the start of the season, the Premier League will just... The floodgates will open now. I believe that getting this monkey off our back, getting that first big trophy on the Jurgen Klopp, this will give those guys everything that they need, all the belief. They know how to win now. They've got over the line, and I think they'll carry on. And Haloko said, Craig, I started the Luis Garcia chant at Carragher, such loyal Liverpool fans across the world. It's a bar, mate, I really want to get to see. I know so many people who've been to Carragher's in New York and have nothing but amazing things to say about it. So, please God, someday I'll get there. Liverpool till I die, said Domestic Butler. Straight into the point, buddy. Again, I've got to get over to Kent and say hello to you as well at some point. And myself and Connor were talking about that, as well as getting over to Calgary, and that's top of my list. I mean, going back a long time now, ourselves and Larry Leach, I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened, but somehow there's this wonderful little bond between ourselves and that particular little supporters club in Calgary in Canada, and it means a lot to myself and Connor. And to be, you guys probably don't know this, but Larry had streamed one of our watch-alongs live around the bar on 6 or 7 screens, I think it was, inside this pub. And it means a lot to us. And people that have been here, yeah, there are people that have only found out about us, and that's great. But there's been some people who've been here with us a very long time, since day one. And I love that we're growing together, and I love that we got to experience all of this together this season. And I couldn't have asked for it to be any better. People keep saying to us, you picked a good season to start. My God, we did. We really, really did. Defo want to see Ryan and Keanu Hoover in pre-season, not just a couple of minutes, said LFC 1892. I think you will. I think they'll definitely feature in pre-season. If you come to Kent, let me know, said Dauntless Always. We will. We'll definitely get over there to see our friend Domestic Butler and his good lady wife. Yes, we owe them a couple of points and a massive hug. Cup Winners' Cup and World Club Cup, said Ali Ka. Yeah, the European Super Cup takes place in Istanbul, and we've got the Community Shield as well at the beginning of August, and then the World Club, whatever it's called, the World Club Cup, I think it is, it's in Qatar in December. Stig said, I watched it in a packed pub in Bergen, Norway. Came home about 6 in the morning, and mate, I know you love a tipple, so I can only imagine the 2-8 you got yourself into. I hope it was great though. I hope you enjoyed it. I've no doubt you will. I know Liverpool is huge in Norway, so I can only imagine what the buzz must have been like. Tommy McCullough said, I've got a feeling it will be very hard to knock out of the Champions League next season. Yeah, I'm with you. This club is just... There's just something about this club in the Champions League. Craig, with £750,000 fans lining the street, do you think we need a bigger ground? Not a bigger ground. Well, yes, more seats. I don't know if you meant move, but Yeah, they've got to do the Annie Road end. I think that's all we can realistically hope for here is that extra 6,000 to be built. And then we know that the club have outline planning permission to build on the Annie Road end. And as far as I remember, that is in place until September. And then I think by September, the club have to either say they're going to push on and go ahead and do it, or they have to, I think, reapply maybe. But I would imagine we'll hear something about that in the coming weeks. I think, who was it? I think it was Tom Werner said they're still looking at the feasibility of it, but I'd imagine they have to. Even James Pearson in his recent articles was saying they just have to do it. I mean, 60,000 is a minimum that a club like Liverpool deserve. When do you think we'll start signing players? Very soon, Shay. I would imagine we'll hear something in the coming days. Now, please note that I'm not saying this from a position of any knowledge. I'm absolutely just guessing. But the club have a history of liking to keep the goodwill going and the good feeling going, and FSG are smart. I would think we'll hear something soon enough. Mr. Crosby's back. How are you, buddy? You're in with us. Great. Teapot was hidden by Connor. Well, for Connor to hide somebody, that must have been a lot. Jamie Kelly, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Said, we're no longer a stepping stone. We are a destination club. You are very right, Jamie. And something I said to Connor and the guys at the weekend as well. Why would you want to leave here? I mean, I know a lot of people are thinking about Felipe Coutinho and the fact that he left to go to pastures new. And look, he won La Liga this season with Barcelona, but motherfucker didn't win the Champions League, did he? No, he did not. He got his ass knocked out of the Champions League by the mighty Reds. And I can only imagine what must have been going through his head when he watched Jordan Henderson, Jurgen Klopp and that Liverpool team lifting all big ears above their head on Saturday night. And what a stadium that is, by the way, the Wanda Metropolitano. It looked absolutely sensational. Before I go any further, this feels, I have no right to say this, but on Saturday, probably because I was lucky enough to get a chance to meet and interview Jamie Webster the Monday beforehand, but to see Jamie Webster and the Boss Night guys on that stage in the fan park in Madrid in front of an estimated 50,000 Liverpool fans, and he had them in the palm of his hand, as did Kieran as well. And the Anfield Rap lads and Colin Murray and everybody else that got to take to the stage there and play in that fan park. Wow, that was... I have watched back that video of Jamie Webster on stage. I don't know, it must be... I wouldn't be exaggerating to say 50 times at this point, and I've never seen a sight like it in my life. I have never ever seen just a sea of red, and there was that beautiful... I don't know what the monument was, the three stones with the stone on top of it. I don't know what it's called, excuse my ignorance, but... wow, to see everybody rocking and bouncing and flares going off and just people having fun. And our own friend Dave Henry was sending back videos. I don't know if you've seen it on our Twitter account. He was going around, he was meeting people, he was chatting to Spurs fans, he was having drinks, he was crying, he was celebrating, he was doing everything that you want to do. And it was just so wonderful to see that many Reds in one place and that they got to celebrate at the end of it. And it's great. It's absolutely beautiful. I know some people are still making their way home, but it's what it's all about. It's what makes this club so special. Elijah John 5 said, City won the domestic treble, we won the bigger club competition. Ella said, I was at a wedding around United fans. It was great. Tried to slag the amount of Premier League titles, so we have more Champions League. So, nah. And I'm glad. Did you get to see it, Ella? I hope you did. I know you said that the meal or something was around the same time as the game, but I hope you got to watch it. Craig, how many new Liverpool fans are there after winning the Champions League? There has to be hundreds of thousands, said AJ. Do you know what? I actually checked. The last time I checked Liverpool's Twitter account, they had 11 million followers. And when I checked earlier on today, they had 11.8 million followers. So that's probably at least 800,000 on Twitter alone that have got joined. I think Mo Salah has about 8.9 million Twitter followers as well. So it just goes to show you how big this club is. Farouz said, Liverpool fans since 2006 from Afghanistan. Only watched Liverpool lift the FA Cup and the League Cup. This was my best Liverpool moment. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, mate. And lots of love from Ireland straight over to you there in Afghanistan. And thank you for joining us in the chat, buddy. I hope you're enjoying it. And I'm so glad that you had a good time on Saturday, mate, and you got to see the Reds lift that trophy. Amazing video to Adam Parks with regards to Jamie Webster and the Boss Night lads. It was class, wasn't it? Absolutely class. Did you see the clip of you talking about Istanbul? It was on AFTV. I didn't watch it because I refused to watch anything on that channel, mate, but I did hear about it, yes. Yeah, those 888 clips have done quite well. I think they've had like nearly 2 million views at this point across all platforms, which is great. More people get to know and see the channel and come over here and share this amazing experience with us, the better. As we said from day one, we want to form the best Liverpool fan community on YouTube on here, and I think we're on our way to doing that. We're a small fish, but we're a tasty fish, and we've got some tasty subscribers as well. That's what it's all about. I couldn't have asked for this season to be any better. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I would have. I don't know how to describe what I would have sacrificed to have had the year that I've had on here with you guys. A lot is all I can say. Natural Red said, I reckon one signing will be announced over the next week, just like Fabinho. I'm with you. Natural Red, I think we have something like that lined up as well. Liverpool Football Club's at 251 million Let's Buy players. Market's open till August. Do we have the second biggest fan base in England behind United? I honestly have no idea how to quantify or how that's measured, Arnold, mate. I know that there probably is a measurement out there to say who has the biggest fan base in the UK, but I don't have that information to hand, buddy. Fernandes, Fekir, Werner and Pepe will be boss, said Dauntless Always. Yeah, they would. Even two of them. Any two of those would be brilliant with me. Do I ever get to Anfield? Yes, mate. This was the first season, as I said, in my adult life, Mark, I haven't gotten over. I've been to Anfield over 50 times for games. Yeah, this was, I don't know if it was a mixture of the channel and just refusing to pay over the odds this season that stopped me going to Anfield for a game. But we got over to Liverpool twice actually over the past few weeks. One for the Boss Night show, and one we were there and we did the meet up in Beer Keller for the last game of the season. But yeah, mate, I've been plenty of times. I love it. There's no place I'd rather be other than here, of course. This channel is saucy, said AJ. I'm taking it, mate. I'm taking it. Is the final in Istanbul next year? It is indeed, Jason. Yep, it is in the Ataturk Stadium, and the Ataturk Stadium has been completely refurbished since the Reds were last there in 2005, and the European Super Cup will also take place at the Ataturk Stadium. So you'll get to see us play Chelsea there before, hopefully, we're in another European final next year. Biggest fan base in Ireland, I would say it's a close call between Liverpool and Manchester United. If I'm being honest, I would hate to make a call on that in Ireland, because I know a massive amount of United fans, I know a massive amount of Liverpool fans. There's also Arsenal fans, Everton fans, but yeah, it's definitely United Liverpool in Ireland. I don't know how to again quantify who's bigger. Domestic Butler has put the link into the Anfield Agenda Twitter account if anybody wants to go over there and give us a follow. As I said, I run the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, so you'll be able to interact with me directly on there when I'm not on here. So if you don't follow us on there, it's really simple. It's just at Anfield Agenda. And as well, as you can see, Connor Crosby's on there as well. If you want to give Connor a follow, it's at Connor Crosby _. So it's at CONORCROSBIE _ if you want to give Connor a follow on there as well. 2020 winners, the Liverpool Football Club. Where's Connor's comment? What's everyone thinking about the new logo? Be honest, my feelings won't be hurt if you don't like it. Right, so from the horse's mouth there, so to speak, Connor wants to know, if you haven't seen the new logo yet, just look in the bottom left hand corner of this image that you're looking at now. You'll see the A with the two wings on it there. Connor designed and made that new logo with the 660 stars on the top of it. So he wants to know, what do you think of the new logo? If you like the new logo, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give us a thumbs down. If you're not sure, give us one of these fellas. But if you've any comments on it as well, Connor's always open to feedback. His feelings won't be hurt, but he does probably have a box of tissues on standby just in case. Or maybe those tissues are for another reason. I don't know. What else we got? Did you get the chance to tune in for the final watch along, Craig? Up the Reds. That's alright, Matt. I don't blame you, mate. You were watching it, you were with friends, family, loved ones, and that's what it's all about. If there's one day we can allow people and we can say it's alright not to be here, mate, it was that day, because, do you know what I mean? It was about watching that game, wasn't it? It was about really just sitting down and enjoying it. Rob said Liverpool going to earn 100 million from the UEFA Champions League. Some of that should be spent on the transfer market. Rob, I spoke about the money a couple of seconds ago, buddy. So Liverpool have earned an incredible £251 million from television income from the Premier League and the Champions League run this season. That's the first time that a club has surpassed £250 million. And as always, I want to give credit to Swiss Ramble for this. Swiss Ramble posted this, not me. And there were 4 other English clubs that went above 200 million. Spurs got 235, City got 233, Manchester United got 225, and of course us with 251 million pound from television revenue. That is ridiculous. Right, so here we go, Connor, on your logo. Now you asked for this, motherfucker. If this backfires on you, it's up to you. It's looking good though, mate. I'm looking good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Domestic Butler likes it. KLOPP'S likes it. John Hamilton said new logo is great and would look boss on a baseball cap. Do you know what I mean, Connor? Merch and all that. Matt likes it. Scott likes it. Ted likes it. Blaine likes it. Mark Henley likes it. What else we got? I'm not on Twitter, Scotty, so at Humpty Holden doesn't work. I deleted my Twitter accounts, mate. I don't have a personal Twitter account anymore, just the Anfield Agenda account. It used to be Craig the host, but I've deleted it. City have doubled their fan base not only this season, they now have 2, said Elijah John. John likes the logo, Damien likes it, Sean McDermott likes it, John Irwin, Stigblom Anderson, love it. Joseph as well, Paul Young, Paul Dunning, 210 Records, Eugene, Rob, David, everybody, thank you so much. I'm glad you like the new logo, because when Connor showed it to me, we played around with it a little bit. The stars were lower at one point and then we moved them up higher, and I absolutely love it. I think this logo says everything that we want to say. So let me talk you through the logo for a second. Obviously you've got the A that we always had. The wings obviously representing the liver bird. The 6 stars above it clearly represent 6 European Cups. But the Anfield Agenda, the green banner across the bottom of it, there's 2 purposes to that. There was our older logo. Do you remember the centenary shirt? The 1892 shirt had green. The old Liverpool thing. And of course the green is a nod to the fact that we're Irish as a whole. The channel is based here in Ireland, so that's what the logo is. The pinstriping just gives it some detail. I love it. I think Connor's knocked it out of the park. I think it's rich. I think it's elegant, and I think it's clearly Liverpool when you look at it. So for me, buddy, everybody else seems to be happy, but I think you knocked it out of the park as always. Captain Connor Morgan. I actually have a really good mate called Connor Morgan, Dave. That's why I'm laughing at that. Yeah, so loads of love, Connor, for the logo, buddy. And you knocked it out of the park as always. You always do, mate. Make a show of me when it comes to creativity. I mean in a good way, because I'm the least creative human being in the world. Dara said you deserve 1 million subscribers, Craig. Thank you, mate. And you know what? Fingers crossed someday we'll get there. But when we get there, we'll get there together. And there will be 1 million of us. 1 million of us in this community. Because that's what it's always going to be. A community. Make pins out of the logo and sell it. So then Helloco. Yeah, people keep saying to us about things like that. You know me, I'm shy for stuff like that. I don't care about the money. So for me, trying to sell merchandise or do these bits and pieces, I'm not really into it really. But we've got to do it. So we will. We'll get them on mugs. We'll get them on t-shirts. The fucking merch we do have, as you guys know, the link is in the description. And again, a shout out to our friends at Mo Salah Facts if you're on Twitter, and at ShotOnGoal247 if you're on Instagram. Check those guys out as well. Liverpool are 127 years old today, said Ella. Happy birthday to my favourite bird. Nah, my second favourite bird. First favourite bird's in there putting the sun to sleep. You should come down to Suffolk, Craig, said Sam. We're going to do it this season. We spoke about it last year, but I think the channel's moving on a bit now. We're going to travel around, and we're going to do some live watch-alongs this season, hopefully. So if you're involved in a supporters club, or if you're on a bar, or if it's a Liverpool bar, and you want us to come over, get in touch. We're always up for travelling. We'll come over. We'd love to meet people. We want to go and meet subscribers. We want to go and shake hands, say thank you, and film Liverpool fans around the world, because that's what the channel's about. So I've always said it. We've always said it. Our doors are always open. If you want to get in contact with us, AnfieldAgenda@outlook.com or AnfieldAgenda@gmail.com. If you get the Gmail account, you're probably going to get Connor. If you get the Outlook account, you're more than likely going to get me answering you, because like everything else, we kind of split these things down the middle. Do we sing from Paris to Madrid now? Possibly, Lee. But you know what? They'll make up a couple of class songs, I'm sure. Stevie Richards, how are you, my friend? I hope yourself and I know yourself and Louise enjoyed it, because we spoke on WhatsApp, buddy. But Craig, the cup has saved my bacon. Was on a major downer last week, and agenda too. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better, Stephen. You know we love you. Lots of love to you, and Louise. But I'm glad that you're feeling a bit better, mate. And I'm glad that... Isn't it mad that this wonderful football club has lifted all of our spirits? throughout the season as well. I've had loads of downtimes with this football club, and you guys have lifted me up as well. Come to Eastbourne, East Sussex, said Mark. Again, the UK, so easy for us to get over there. It's just a little short hop on a plane. They like to get to Liverpool. The flight time's about 35 minutes from Dublin. So, yes, no problem. Could I suggest stars and white wings be yellow and gold? It wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work out, mate. Particularly when it comes to putting it on merchandise and stuff like that, or different backgrounds. The white, yeah, I'm plain. I'm simple, but I will take it on board. We will look at it. We will play around with it, mate. I watched the game live on BT, but had you guys commenting for me on my phone. You guys smashed it. It was so much fun, that watch along. It was messy as fuck. It was the most messy watch along I think I'll ever possibly do, particularly the post match stream. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, you got to see me wearing a wig. You're probably never going to see that again. Oh, look at that. That's the first comment I've seen on the Anfield agenda with the new logo beside it. My God, it looks sexy. Connor said he did look at it with the yellow and it just didn't look as good, so there you go. Elijah John said, I think Anfield agenda is more real than Redmen TV. It appeals to the fans, I believe. Look, I won't say a bad word about Redmen TV. I don't know Chris Pajak, and I don't know sorry, I was reading another comment. I don't know Chris Pajak. I don't know Paul Machin, but I know that they run a damn good channel, and I know that they make great content. So I won't say a bad word about them. And I know you aren't as well, but I'm glad that you like what we're doing here. And I have nothing but love for Red Men and Anfield Rap and everybody else that makes great fan content like that as well. Hey Craig, you said that many viewers stay silent in the stream, but many like me who are the types of comment and it gets ignored as too much spam in the chat, but happy to listen. Mr. James Rock 16, firstly mate, I apologise if your comments have been missed out before. It's never my intention. I'm so glad that you stick with us though, mate, if your comments have been missed. I'm so glad you're understanding of the fact that the chat's getting busier. And thank you for the kind words. But again, please, I do apologise. It's never my intention to miss your comments. And thank you so much, mate. It's great to have you with us. Come to Florida, said Liz. Liz, I've been to Florida the last 6 years in a row. We got to spend time with Far Island, Florida last year. We went to Universal today. We went to Universal Studios together for the day, which was a pleasure. But I don't think I'll be back in Florida anytime soon unless I move there. Because if we're going to tour around America, we want to see different parts as a family. And California has to be next, then Texas, then Vegas. And oh, look, this is just you know what I mean? This is a wish list, isn't it? Craig, the wig looked good on you, said Mark Henley. Thank you, Mark. I'm glad you think so. It was weird seeing the pictures back of myself in a wig, but there you go. Good night, Craig. I've work at 6 a.m, so I've got to get some sleep as always. Enjoy your streams. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that, mate. And go get some sleep. Love the watch along and after the game stream, but we were robbed. You promised us more nudity. Yeah, there was absolutely no nudity at all. You're right, John. That's probably a good thing, though, to be fair. Love you from Australia. My name is Hector. Thank you very much, Hector. Which was Heck, C-Y-D-E-C. Thank you so much, mate, for the kind words. Weather is bad. It's raining. Why? When you think of Australia like that, I only think of good weather. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad you're enjoying the content, mate. Tottenham fan here. I think both teams played well, but you guys this season have really deserved this. Congrats. Max, you're a class act, sir. Thank you very much. As I said earlier on in the stream, nothing but respect for Spurs. I love the way the fans interacted with the Reds. Pochettino's a class act on the pitch after the game. Congratulate Liverpool players. I wish you guys nothing but the best, mate. I really do. Liz said Austin, Texas. Yes, that's definitely somewhere I've got to visit. Don't forget Arizona. Well, as I said, Dara, I'm actually genuinely hoping to get to Vegas later on this year. If not, maybe the start of next year. So I will keep that in mind, buddy. I got to get to Vegas. I've got to. Just have to visit it. No nipple, said Lee. I apologise, mate. It was a nipple-free zone. What next for Liverpool, asks Hector. 5 priorities to ensure Champions League win is the first of many. We've got to go and push for the league, buddy. I think. I'm not going to lie. this was second fiddle to the league for me this year. But insane second fiddle, I mean, how could, you know, it is the closest thing possible to what the ecstasy would have been of winning the league for me, because I want to get that monkey off her back. But I've always said, win the league and then just keep giving me Champions League forever after that, because that is the biggest prize in club football. Respect for Spurs, said Hayne, class team, and the fan base were great from what I've seen as well. Horo said, I'm a Liverpool, excuse me if I mispronounced the name by the way, I'm a Liverpool fan from Mauritius Island. Great job, Craig. Here we really want to see Liverpool lift up the Premier League Cup. Hopefully we do it next season. We deserve it. Lots of love. Mauritius, wow, jealousy. I'm so jealous. I'd love to be there. And thank you for your wonderful comments, and hopefully, as you said, next season we do go and win the Premier League. Lee said, I uploaded a little video of the bus on YouTube, made it low resolution though. Said Lee, as I said, how about an Anfield Agenda Christmas party? I like your thinking, Mark. I like your thinking. I feel like I should hold up a sign saying fan channel will travel. Yes, Mark, I like that, mate. I can definitely get on board with that. From the Pool 41 said, do you think this win justifies Klopp not bothering with the FA and League Cup for this season? Yes. Now, I don't want to say he didn't bother with them, because it's not my place to say that. Only Jurgen Klopp knows that. But yes, I think now, because we've won it, mate, yes. But going forward, we've got to try and challenge for everything, which is why I think people want us to not rest on our laurels here and go and add some quality players this summer to pad out that squad in the first team, the challenge for places in the first team a little bit. Because Manchester City have shown to go and win a treble or to compete for all the major trophies, you have to have a really strong squad. We've got a great squad, but it can be improved a little bit. Peanut Banana said, hello, how are you? And what a wonderful name that is. And you're making me hungry with the name Peanut Banana, or Peanut Butter Banana, because they're two of my favourite things actually. All money in the Premier League, but another domestic cup wouldn't hurt, said Got Cool. Domestic Butler said, the league title is coming home. I bet when we win the league and FA Cup next year. I'm going to keep going. I've got notes, but I don't care. I want to read your comments out. Where will United be next season compared to Liverpool? I think still in a bit of trouble, mate. You've seen stuff coming out today. I don't know if you guys seen a piece with Louis van Gaal. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He was talking about the fact that Ed Woodward knows zippity-doo that about football, and that he is a corporate guy, and him running the football club he thinks just isn't good enough from Manchester United perspective. I don't think Solskjaer is good enough to be manager of that club. I think they need massive investment, and I think it's going to take them a couple of seasons to start the rebuild properly. So I would say Manchester United will have a massive job on their hands to try and break top four again next season. And sucks to be them right now. I mean, I know we've got some classy United fans in our chat and stuff, but I can never wish the club well, really, to be fair. Obviously I want Liverpool to do well, but yeah, they have a big job on their hand. I'm glad we've been there, so we know what it takes it took us to have owners that appointed a world-class manager that can do world-class things and attract world-class talent and bring the best out of players, and I don't think United have that at the minute. But look, it's just my opinion. Did you see the video of the fans celebrating around the world? I did, John. It just goes to show you quite how big this football club is. Sometimes we think we know. Sometimes players say they think they know, and then they go on a pre-season tour to America or Australia or Asia, and then they say, I underestimated it. And I think there was even probably players on the bus after winning the Champions League who may have underestimated exactly what was going to await them when they came back to Liverpool. This club is special, and Liverpool is a football city. Daniel Marr said on a YouTube channel, the Liverpool great final was the worst final ever. Yes, Liverpool won. Couldn't give a shit, Daniel, if it was the worst final ever. It means zippity fucking do that to me, mate. It was all about Liverpool winning that cup, and they did it. And now the floodgates will open, and I think, as our friend Dave Henry said, this is going to be the first of many. Stevie Richards said, Craig, don't forget we have Keane Hoover and Bobby Duncan coming through as well. We'll see them in pre-season, which of course we will. Hem said, who do you think will be the manager of Juve? It looks like Sarri. I think I read something today that Sarri's waiting to be released from his Chelsea contract. But I don't know, was the honest answer. Sarri is probably the most likely, but you never know. Pochettino was in the mix as well, believe it or not, from what I've read, but again, if you're Daniel Levy, you're going to be fighting tooth and nail to keep Mauricio Pochettino at that football club, and you're going to give him some money to spend in the summer. Biggie Door said, I was at the bus parade. It was sick. It looked great, mate. It really did look great. Connor said, who the fuck are Man United? Just reading out comments. Don't throw the hate at me. I met some great people in the pub too. Had a sing-song, everything I'd hoped for. I'm so happy, said Lee. Beautiful. I've yet to hear of anybody that didn't enjoy it or didn't have a great time, which is what it's all about, isn't it? We said all along, this time we got the fairy tale ending. We got them lifting that trophy above their heads. But I still keep going back to say the same thing. We can't forget about the journey. We can't forget about the moments. We can't forget about beating Barcelona 4-0. We can't forget about going over to the Allianz Arena and scoring 3 against Bayern Munich. We can't forget about it. It is a culmination of a lot of wonderful moments and memories and performances that got Liverpool to that position. We spoke in the league about losing the league because of small margins. And we often talk about margins being very small in football. Well, let's flip it. We lost the league because of a small margin. But you know what? We won the Champions League because Ousmane Dembele missed a sitter right at the last minute in the Nou Camp. That probably would have put that game to bed. Even though we won 4-0, the psychology could have been different going into it. So you never know. Sabrina said they're still on that fucking bus. And what she means by that is, in my sitting room, I still have LFC TV on, and the parade is still on, and I've just been watching it constantly. LFC TV has not been turned off in my house since Saturday night, probably. I met Reds fans in a hill tribe in Burma. That tells you everything, said Hayne. Wow. WFM, mate. WFM. What else have we got? I was at the docks as well. It was good. Birmingham and London people, said Biggie. There was people from everywhere, mate. It was beautiful to see. And this is just the start of our cycle, said Lee. I love that, mate. And you're so right. Liverpool can go for number 7, said Gareth. Of course we can, mate. Absolutely. If Real Madrid come in 3 back-to-back, then we should try and do it as well. Why not? Stephen Richard said, pour some sugar on Craig. Some people probably don't know what that's about, but somebody earlier, I don't know, a stream a few months back, I can't even remember. We were trying to think of a bit of a theme song for me for the laugh, and Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me was the one that won, so I still refer to myself in my house as Craig Pour Some Sugar on Me Holden. My wife doesn't like it, but do you know what I mean? I love it. If heaven fell to land, it would land in Anfield, said Adam Parks. Domestic Butler, I will talk to you very soon, mate. And I mean what I said. We're going to get over to Kent. United have won more Premier League titles. Liverpool have won more Champions Leagues. No disrespect. Yes, Leo. Not Premier League titles. I mean, that. I suppose maybe that's just showing your age. United have won 20 league titles, Leo. There's no arguing about that, mate. That's a tremendous achievement. And Liverpool have won 6 European Cups, Leo, as you said. By far and away, the 2 most successful and biggest clubs in England, without a shadow of a doubt, Leo. It's not even up for debate. Manchester City, in the grand scheme of things, are just irrelevant. They're just a little blip on current history. Liverpool United, historically, the 2 big clubs, mate, and that won't change anytime soon. Gerard McCauley said the Barcelona semi at Anfield was the most perfect game of football I've witnessed, and I've watched about 20 of them. Guys, we're only 19 subscribers away from our next target of 100 subscribers, so if you're watching and you haven't yet hit that button but you're enjoying the streams, then please do. Just a reminder, the channel is not going to stop for the summer. We're not going to switch off. We're going to keep going. You're going to get your nightly streams as always. You're going to get your transfer news. You're going to get your podcasts. Connor's still in the chat, actually. Connor, when are we going to drop out the... I won't say podcast because that's not right, but we do have a transfer video where myself, Connor and Brian spoke about the positions that we think need strengthening. I'll leave it up to Connor to decide when that one's going to go live on the channel, so keep an eye out for it as well. And like I always say, make sure you turn on that little bell, click that bell and turn the notifications on, particularly with it being transfer season. If something breaks, then I'm going to get on here straight away and I'm going to come on and let you guys know about it, so make sure you've got those notifications on. And of course, finally, a thumbs up as well if you can do that. Craig, love to see Hendo holding the Champions League aloft. I like what you did there, Elijah John. I like it. Carnage at the Ataturk next year when we raise it again, said Brian Morrissey. Brazil, Pele, Fabinho. Oh, I love that man. Absolutely. Fabinho 41 Oliveira. I absolutely love that man. Love him to bits. Great channel from Scotland, said Scott Dickey. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate you being here with us. And again, you see my wife was in the chat. If anybody missed out on Saturday night or didn't get a chance to come on and you want to donate to Cystic Fibrosis Ireland, the link is in the stream notes, directly to Sabrina's Everyday Hero page. She ran the Dublin Ladies Mini Marathon yesterday, so that's done and dusted. But the page still remains open and active, so if you want to give a donation directly to the charity, the link is in the stream notes. As I said, it looks like we're going to pass or hit that €500 target that Sabrina had set, which is, it's just simply amazing. I really wanted that to work for my wife, and you guys, as always, knocked it out of the park and gave me the support that I'd hoped for. And as you know, I love my wife. Without her, this channel wouldn't exist. I keep saying without Connor, and I mean that because Connor is the brainchild and the talent behind this channel, the technical side of it. I'm the tits and ass, as I keep saying jokingly. But yeah, without the support of my wife and of course my kids as well, and allowing me to miss little family bits and allow me to come on here when I probably should be doing other stuff at times, it wouldn't happen. So that was why I wanted to support her on this one, and you guys didn't let me down, as you never do. Oh, John, I forgot about the 3k, mate. You won over 3k. I'm so happy for you, pal. Well in. I hope you invest that money wisely, mate. But have fun. Or you deserved it. You threw the money down, mate, and you got your win. So well in. A lot of people saying well done to Sabrina as well. Thank you, guys. And well done to all the ladies that take part year after year in the VHI Dublin Ladies Mini Marathon, because it's dedication and they're all raising money for great causes. So lots of love to those people, whoever they did it for. Great channel today, 320 Pilot. Thank you very much, and I'll chat to you soon, buddy. I know you said you've got to head off. Ashley Maiden said, we've conquered all of Europe, we're never gonna stop, from Paris down to Turkey, we won the fucking lot. I wish I could sing more, but my little dude's going to sleep and I can't really scream the house down. Connor is good technically, as all the kids say. Yeah, unbelievable techers when it comes to YouTube. Chris is in. Chris, how are you? Hi Craig, looking forward to next season, win the Super Cup and the Community Shield. Everything. Try and win everything, Chris. Everything we can get our hands on next season, we should try and win it, because winning becomes a habit. It becomes a habit, and it's a good habit to get into. Far Isle is in the chat as well. We actually managed to ring Far Isle, actually, not when we were on stream, but we did manage to give him a video call on Saturday, because I wanted to share that moment with him as well. It was wonderful having met him in Florida last year. He's a true gentleman, and it was great to get to chat with him as well on Saturday. Have I watched the 4-4 Tunes video? No, not yet. I haven't actually checked out the account to watch it. I must do, because I love the stuff 4-4 Tunes do. I should bring Lucas on for a stream. Yeah, I don't know how he'd react to it, Adam. It could go either way. He could be absolutely brilliant and have fun, or he could just scream abuse down the microphone. So yeah, I'd have to test him out a little bit with a dummy stream, I think. But as I said to you before, me and Lucas do record some little daddy son things at times, and we just keep them for ourselves though. Well done to Sabrina, said Raptor. Thank you very much, buddy. We love you, Craig, except when you sing, said my wife. She keeps telling me not to sing all the time. Her and my daughter just tell me to shut up, stop singing, you can't sing. I know I can't sing. I've no delusions of grandeur. They think I have a good voice, but I don't care, because I'm passionate and I love this football club. And I know it annoys my wife a bit now, so again, she should stop telling me to stop, because it's only going to make me want to wind her up more. You think she'd know me by now, wouldn't you? Origi has been amazing, said Dara. He really has, mate. SJ Life said, I'm back from South Africa and I would fly to you just to meet you. Love you, Craig. Thanks for the season, mate. Thank you for all the support. I'm glad. Yeah, I hope you had a good trip in South Africa, but thank you so much for the kind words, mate. I hope to get to meet as many of you as possible, and I know Connor feels the same way over the coming seasons. This channel's going nowhere. Liverpool Football Club said microphone. I don't know what that means, mate. I don't know what you mean by microphone. You're a gentleman, Scholar. Liverpool coming home. Thank you, buddy. How amazing was it though to see that parade? I keep saying parade, it doesn't feel like the right word. Triumphant, glorious homecoming, let's say that. How great was it? I mean, the city looked amazing, the fireworks, everything. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Willow said, I just do a short stream with Lucas, an early one, give us a chance to show him some love. I probably will, someday, Willow. I'll test them out. I'll do a few dummy ones and then we'll go from there. But he's mad. My son Lucas, I'm sure 99% of you people know, but I've got a 7-year-old son called Lucas who has autism. But he's a YouTuber in training, I can promise you that much. He comes in and he go, subscribe, don't forget to turn the notifications on, hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to comment below. He always says stuff like that. He's a little YouTube wizard. The new kit is amazing with the gold. It is gorgeous. I love the new kit. It's really, really nice. Connor said he's never going to stop singing. No, I'm not. Never. Right, how many trophies would you give up for one league? Said Blaine. I would say I would give up 3 seasons of winning nothing to be guaranteed to win the Premier League next season. That's how much it would mean to me personally. But of course I don't speak for Liverpool fans. And let's just go win it anyway next season and go and win the FA Cup and go and try and win the European Cup as well, because we're that damn good now. Farrell said, did Lucas run around when we won? I can't remember what Lucas did when we won. That night is such a blur because it was just madness. I actually don't even know what happened when we won with Lucas. Sorry, I can't remember, Dave. If I ever made a diss track, who would it be about? I don't know, I'm the type of person that probably doesn't like to let people know that they've gotten under my skin. If I made a diss track, who would it be about? It will probably be about somebody who I was friendly with, because I want them to take it as banter. So let's say, as an example, Mark Goldbridge or Expressions, because I know that they'd know I'm not being serious, and I know they'd know it would just be a bit of fun, because I've nothing but respect for the guys. So I wouldn't let somebody know they got under my skin and go out of my way to make a diss track about them, because that's not the way my brain works. But yeah, it's mad, the whole diss thing. Connor keeps trying to tell me about this whole YouTube thing and YouTubers having fallouts or beefs or whatever the fuck they're called these days. But don't rule out us making a track someday. And I'm not even joking. I am absolutely not joking. Do not rule out me getting a brainwave one day and saying to Connor, you know what, fuck this, let's make a song for the laugh. Let's just do it for the laugh and make a show of ourselves, because I believe in life, you're here to have fun, and I don't care about embarrassing myself. It doesn't bother me. I don't have that built-in worry about caring about how people perceive me from that sense. Of course, you want people to like you and like what you do, but I don't give a shit if people slag me off. I don't care. If I'm having fun, that's all I care about. As long as I'm not hurting people along the way. And that's why I like interacting with people. That's why I like Dave from Dave's LFC Chat so much, because he's like me, doesn't give a shit, just goes, has his fun, has a laugh, puts stuff out into the world, hope the world likes it, and if it does, great. If you don't, grand, it's not for you. But yeah, you're only here for a short time. I mean, I'm lucky I don't have that inbuilt worry about caring really if people don't like it. Shout out to Liverpool City Council for the parade, said Hayne. Yep, and it kills me to say this, but everything I've seen from Mayor Joe Anderson, who was a massive Everton fan, was nothing but respectful towards the club and of course the city. So yeah, massive shout out, as you said, Hayne, good show. Sabrina said, don't encourage me to sing. That's it now, we're making tracks now, love. Do you know what I mean? There's an album going to be dropping soon. It's not going to be about just tracks anymore. I'm thinking albums now, just to wind you up, darling. Has Lucas got a YouTube channel? No, but he will. I guarantee you when he hits his teens he will. I know he will. And he'll probably be much more successful at it than me as well. Dara said, you've made a massive difference to all Liverpool fans, Craig, and for that I applaud you. Thank you, buddy. But I keep saying this because I want him more than anybody to know how much admiration I have for him. But this channel wouldn't exist without that young man, Connor Crosby. Yeah, it just wouldn't. I mean, simple as that. I know I'm a pain in his ass a lot of the time, and I know I get on him and I say, get this done, do this, buddy, do this, but this channel just wouldn't exist without Connor. I'm the lucky one that gets to sit in front of the camera because my personality means that, you know, I'm probably more suited to this part of it, but yeah, it wouldn't exist without him. So yeah, so whatever you say thank you to me, or that I'm doing a decent job, I appreciate it. But don't forget Mr. Crosby, because he is 50% of this craziness. What else we got? Oh, I have an idea, by the way, as well. I want to invent a nonce emoji. I just feel like that's missing. That's something that's missing in the world. I want to be the person that's remembered for creating the nonce emoji, and I don't want to say the word on here because I know it's a very bad word for some people, but I want to be the one that has the CUNT emoji as well. I want to be known as the creator of those two things. That would be very nice in life, wouldn't it? To be remembered as the man that created the CUNT emoji. Connor to sign the new contract extension, said Far Oil. Mate, he's tied down to a lifetime gig. He ain't going anywhere. He doesn't read small print, so I've got him by the short and curlies. I was in town, some racist twat, not going to say the word, got glassed and knocked him out. No time for racism, mate. No time for it at all. Nothing but love. I keep saying this. I'm somebody that just wants everybody in the world to have love, to find love, to show love, to be respectful, to have fun, and to put positive stuff and positive vibes out there. Because you'll get it back then in spades. No need to be going out and be negative and judging. Imagine judging somebody because of the colour of their skin, or the religion that they, or the God that they pray to, or the religion that they worship, or the country that they're from. Madness. Or just their gender even. It's crazy. I mean, if you're an asshole, I'm going to tell you you're an asshole because you're an asshole. Not because of anything else other than your personality. And I don't get that. You never, like, I mean, look at Ruiz Jr. Look at him. Look at Andy Ruiz on Saturday night. He went into that ring and people were laughing and people were saying that this fat mess has no space, no reason to be in that ring against Anthony Joshua. Brian and Connor were saying it to me in the build-up, and I said, do not underestimate this dude. I fully believed Joshua was going to win, but I said, don't underestimate this dude, because this dude has skills. And boxing is not about physique. So never, as Manny Robles, his coach, said in an interview afterwards with IFL TV, don't judge a book by its cover. Never ever judge a book by its cover. And Andy Ruiz Jr. went out there and shocked the world on Saturday night. And he shocked the world not looking like Anthony Joshua, or not looking like an Adonis, or not looking like a chiseled physique. He went out there with skills, with heart, with a chin, and shocked the world. So yeah, never judge a book by its cover. You'll be number one in our eyes, but what's this? You'll be number one in our eyes, but your life is at. Thank you, Mr. Crosby, from all of us. Somebody said, where's that one gone? I can't remember where that one's gone. Oh, there, from Dara. Thank you, Mr. Crosby. Big man Steve, goodbye, mate. I'll chat to you soon. I'm sorry if I missed one of your comments tonight. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's comments tonight, by the way. I hate missing them. 17 more subs to go, guys. If there's 17 people watching, please do hit that button. It's nice to be nice. Costs nothing but brings its own reward, said Elijah John 5. Do Worcester Man United have the biggest fan bases in England? Now. I would imagine we always did, Arnold, mate. Both club locked on, I think, 42 trophies each as well. Drop a diss track on Sabrina. Mate, I value my life. No way I'm going to diss the woman that's put up with me for 19 years. 19 years. Wow. That's longer than half my life now. I've been together with my missus. Ruiz was laughing at Boxing Arena. I mean, he got the last laugh, didn't he? And rightly so. Man's champion of the world now. 4 world titles. Oh, LFC Reckland Dodgers is in. Said, thanks for ordering the jersey. I won the giveaway. Yes, Declan Rogers did win the giveaway that we ran on Twitter. And he wanted the home shirt in medium with the Champions League number 6 badges. And we ordered it. Sent him a screenshot. And mate, please do let us know when that jersey arrives. And congratulations. I know you're about to start your leaving cert. I've seen that on Twitter. My daughter's about to do her junior cert as well, mate, starting on Wednesday. So I wish you every success in your exams as well. And thank you for following the account. And you run a really good Twitter account actually as well. I managed to check it out and have a look. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing, pal. And I wish you the best of luck when you're leaving. What else have we got? Please do a boxing show, Craig. I know you want to. I really do. Dara, I really do want to do a boxing show as well. I actually reached out to Andy Ruiz Jr. today to see if I can get somehow, by some miracle, grab an interview with him. Yeah, maybe on Crack On. Maybe there's going to be scope for a boxing podcast or something on Crack On. But watch this space, mate. Watch this space. Anybody else read Mo Salah's comments? Which one, Cam Vlogs? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Klopp on a new 4-year contract. He's got 3 years to go, Vinny, and it looks like the club are going to try and tie him down, and rightly so. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you want Jurgen Klopp here for the foreseeable? What else we got? Goodbye, must go. Lots of love, my friend from Australia. Talk to you soon, mate, and thank you for dropping in. Craig, any plans for an expressions discussion on the Champions League final? Honestly, Farisle, I don't want him to feel like I'm gonna try and rub salt into his wounds. So I'm gonna let the man come home, digest everything that's after happening, and yes, I will reach out to Expressions. I want to do more stuff with Expressions going forward, full stop, because I think he's an amazing fella. But yeah, I hope to get him on for a chat about the Champions League final at some point, but I don't want to pressurise him because, you know, I imagine the Spurs fans are hurting as we were last year, and I don't want to be the guy that tries to rub salt in those wounds. So I want to be respectful and give him some time to settle back into life. Elijah John 5 said, to those doing their exams, don't stress yourself out. Do your best. It doesn't define you who you are or what your future destiny will be. And I absolutely agree with that. Try your best. Once you try your best in life, you can hold your head up high. And as you said, mate, no, they don't define you. They don't know. You will define your own life. So well in. I'll make sure to put it up when I get the jersey. Thanks for the words. My pleasure, buddy, honestly. And thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. We need Craig to get on to True Geordie. Yes, we do. We absolutely do. True Geordie, mate, if you're watching. I've seen you've had lots of fans on this season. Lots of great content makers. But, come on. Do you know what I mean? True Geordie? Get this mad Irish man on there, mate, and we'll do a show. We'll have a kick-off to remember. Get me on there next season, buddy. I'll try my best to keep the language to a minimum, but I know True Geordie swears as much as I do. But yeah, that's definitely on my bucket list. Get on the kick-off for next season. Tried to do it this season. Didn't get any love from the big man, but you know what? Hopefully he'll find out about our channel at some point and extend that invitation. What else we got? Loads of people, by the way, in the past 2 weeks have asked me, and I've reevaluated this because I've always said I want to do my own thing on here and we want to do our own channel. But you know what? Talking to Connor and just talking to people and watching the stuff that Chris and Paul have done, yeah, fuck it. If Redmen reach out, then we'll go and do some stuff at Redmen at some point as well. If they ever reach out and if it's something that they fancy doing, we'll do it, because I just want to make connections on here, and I don't want to be the person that says no. I want to be the guy that says yes. So yeah, Redmen, True Geordie, any of that stuff. We were lucky enough to go on and chat with Mark. We've been talking to Expressions. We've met Leicester City FC Boya, Lee Chappie as well. Yeah, nothing but love. Our door's open to anybody except AFTV. You can kiss my ass, and can continue to kiss my ass forever, because I just don't like that channel. And I've nothing against the lads personally. I got to keep pointing that out. I don't know any of them personally. I just don't like that channel. I don't like the content they make. I don't like the way they portray their own fans. But other than that, nothing but love to everybody. John Bale said, my son had college my son had end of college early as sick. Made an Instagram account about him, put all the pictures up. Some hate evil folks. John, there are some absolute arseholes in this world, mate. Absolute arseholes. But your son clearly has a loving father and good people around him, and I hope that he has, I hope your son has a great life, mate, and I hope he's a good father, so I'm sure that he will, and pass on our love and kind wishes to your son, mate. Don't want to finger the Echo. I haven't opened it yet, said Lee. Oh yeah, that Echo looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, I wish I'd have been able to get a copy of that, actually. It's something myself and Connor spoke about, that Immortals Echo paper, and I know Farrell wanted one in Florida as well. Yeah, what a cover. I wish I'd have been able to get my hands on one. Still got my newspapers from when we bagged number 5, said Cobra. Nice, well in. I still have the Champions League final, I think, somewhere. I had 2 of them. I gave one away to Kieran Marty Waters, who is a friend of my wife's. He used to play for Shamrock Rovers, he's now playing for Cap and Teely. And Kieran did something nice for us, so I sent him down that one as well. Would I go on Troops TV? Yes, I would. because it's not AFTV, and I've nothing against Troops. Troops looks like a deadly lad, to be fair. Troops reminds me obviously very much of the type of personality that Expressions is. He's loud, he's vibrant, he's friendly, and yeah, I would. Definitely. What else have we got? Ask Mr. Goldbridge if he can smooth the way. He's been on a few times. Nah, see, I wouldn't lean on my connection with Mark for that. That's not the type of fella that I am. Mark has got his own success from being class, and I wouldn't lean on Mark for stuff like that. He's been very helpful to us on other stuff, and he will continue to be, I'm sure. But that's not the type of person that I am. I wouldn't ask Mark to do anything like that. What else we got? Ivan Schwarzkopf has just said in Twitter the lit signing for Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, if you that account speaks for itself, Pablo. That's all I'm gonna say, mate. John said, "Cheers, my phone call is done nothing about it, so I told him to finish his course. He only had 2 weeks left." I hope he gets the last laugh in life, John, and I'm sure that he will, mate. I mean, there are some sick fuckers in this world, mate. I don't get it. I don't get why people are like that, and I'm sad to hear it, mate. But I hope, and I know your son will be okay because he's got you behind them. You'd be amazed as a boxing spokesman. I'll keep pestering you. Sorry, no, Dara, you pester me all away, mate. You know, as you know, I love boxing, so it wouldn't be it would be a pleasure to do that. I'd love to interview Coogan Cassius at some point as well. I think what he does is great. Anthony Cronin said Troops is class. I bumped into him once. He seems like a good lad. I said I don't know any of them personally, but he seems like a good fella. Anthony Cronin said, Craig, I'm so excited for next season. So am I, Anthony. I'm absolutely buzzing. Are we getting Mbappe? I would seriously doubt it, Lee. I would love it. I would absolutely love it, but I would doubt it. I mean, it'd be a lot of wedge to get him out of that Paris Saint-Germain contract. Owen Smith, mate, you're not going to manage to trigger me, pal. I'm too happy to put up with your bullshit little comments. You do know that we have, FFP is being looked at now, buddy, and there's only one club that's up shit creek with FFP, but you carry on being a bitter little man and I'll just remove you from the channel, Owen. But that's alright. We'll just keep winning European Cups and being fucking awesome, mate. But knowing that there's people like you out there that are really, really affected by it and are really raw about it just makes it so much better. So keep those comments coming on, mate, and you keep putting out that negative bullshit into the world and we'll just keep being awesome, buddy. I like Mbappe because he's talented. Mbappe's excellent. Excellent. The one player in the world I think I would do anything to get at Liverpool Football Club. He is absolutely amazing. Can't wait for the Community Shield, said Pablo. I just want to check if I have any more little bits and pieces in my notes, because I keep thinking I'm forgetting something. No, I've gone through them all. Nice one. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I think, maybe 5 minutes and we'll bring the stream to a close. So if there's any more comments or anything to finish up with, please do put them in the chat. I'm so glad I got on here tonight. I managed to catch up with you guys. And I will be on, of course, tomorrow night and the night after and the night after. There's no break for us on here. We're going to keep going through the summer. Love your attitude. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you. I really try to be positive, mate, because why the hell wouldn't you be? Put love out there, mate, and you'll get it back in spades. And I'm learning as I go on this channel, because I was a lot angrier when the channel started. If you look back at my early streams, I was triggered a lot more by comments and stuff, and I spent large portions of streams screaming at people, and I couldn't be arsed anymore. I'm too happy. When people slag Liverpool, it's actually a compliment. It means we're relevant in an irrelevant world, which is absolutely true. People only try and bring you down when you're doing something good. So you're bang on there, mate. Skeeter said Nicolas Pepe is almost on par with Mbappe. Would possibly be cheaper. Would definitely be cheaper, mate. A lot cheaper. And it's been very quiet on Timo Werner. And I'm not talking about from a Liverpool perspective. I mean, just from a transfer perspective. Same on Pepe. Same on Fekir. And when things are quiet, it always makes me more optimistic. Do I have food to eat? Or did I have food to eat? When I haven't eaten yet today, mate. No. Will you be watching the Copa America? Oh, 100% Media Centre man. I'll watch the Copa America. I'll watch the African Cup of Nations. I'll watch the Women's World Cup. I'll watch as much football as I can get my hands on because I love football. Is Maddison going to United be a bad move for him? Asks Ella. I don't know, Ella. Is he? Boya isn't in the chat tonight that I can see, so I couldn't really ask him, but he's a great player, Maddison. And do you know what? From a United's perspective, it would be a good piece of business if they got him because he's the type of player they need right now. But I don't. For him, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea if that's true or not. Cundy can now shut the fuck up, said Neil Anthony, which he absolutely, positively, 1,000,000% can. Him and that. I'm going to bite my tongue. Him and that station that he works on can both go and stick it where the sun don't shine. Mark Hendley said, subscribe and hit the like button, guys. Yeah, if you can do those two things for me. If you're enjoying the stream and you haven't subscribed, you can see the number in the top corner. Hit that subscribe button. But if you're already subscribed, please do just give a thumbs up as well. I don't know why, but it looks good and I like it. I wish I could give you a more articulate reason. Bruno Fernandes can score long range goals like Gerrard, like Alonso, and dribble past players like Ronaldinho, said Blaine. Are you pissed off that we won't be in the Club World Cup? We are in the Club World Cup, David, mate. It's taking place in October in Qatar. It's in its current 7-team format and not in the extended format that is going to be coming in 21 or something like that. But we absolutely are in the Club World Cup. I should reiterate that because I know people are coming in late. Liverpool, it's been confirmed Liverpool will be playing in the Club World Cup this year. It's going to take place in Qatar in December, and FIFA are saying that it's in Qatar because they're using it as a test event for the World Cup. Whatever, on my opinions on that, I think it's right. It should be there, but we move on from that. It is happening. It is in Qatar. It is in December. And then, of course, we've got the Super Cup as well in Istanbul and the Charity Shield coming up at Wembley as well. So, again, another 3 potential trophies for Liverpool to go and play for. Was linked with a 60 million quid move, Ella, for Madison. Interesting. Will I do a Nations League watch along? No, mate. I don't really do watch alongs for international football. Yeah, no, sorry. I think we have to agree Phil Coutinho has been ridiculously quiet since Jamie Carragher started to talk about him. He's been very quiet. Everything's been quiet on that. I'm interested to see what happens in the next week. I think we'll hear something on a transfer. I've no idea what one. I've no idea who. I just think it might happen. Thought it was in December. That's what I just said, mate. It is in December. The Club World Cup is in December. The other two I think are August, aren't they? Anthony said, Craig, for the fixtures announcement, what would your reaction be to getting the Etihad for the first game of the season? Grand, yeah, grand. Get it done out of the way and push on. I'd rather have it the first game of the season than near the end of the season, so yeah, why not? Callum Smith looked great. He did, yeah. Had your man down 3 times, I think, if I remember correctly, and damn. And there's talk of Smith either fighting Daniel Jacobs is a possibility, because Daniel Jacobs looks like he's going to move up to super middleweight. And then the other option, of course, is there's a talk about Canelo and Anfield, but I suppose Canelo, Triple G, that trilogy might happen later on in the year. So if you couldn't get Canelo, yeah, then Daniel Jacobs would be a great fight for Callum Smith at super middleweight, and hopefully at Anfield as well. Would you give the armband to VVD? No! Why would you? Jordan Henderson is captain of this football club. The man just raised the European Cup above his head. I don't know why some people think Jurgen Klopp is just going to strip that man of the captaincy. Why? VVD doesn't need an armband to be a leader. He's a natural leader on the pitch. The man just oozes leadership. But Jordan Henderson is captain of this football club, and he will continue to be captain of this football club until the day he leaves the football club. There's no way. Did I say October 1st? If I did say October 1st, I apologise. It's December, sorry. That's my bad. If I did say October earlier on, my bad. It is in December. For the Club World Cup, I mean, about that. Yeah, so sorry, Connor corrected me there. Cough 6 times, said Ted Hutton. 6 times. I like it, mate. Craig, the little trouble making Snake ain't coming back to Liverpool no matter what Cara says. Besides, Barca want over 130 million. They won't get it. I mean, the only legitimate link I'd seen to Coutinho, John, was PSG, and that was involved in some type of a deal to get Neymar back to Barcelona. Did you see actually on Neymar? Have you seen there's been some allegations made against Neymar, shall we say? I don't want to go into it too much because, you know, it's shaky ground from a legal perspective, but just Google the words Neymar and allegations and see what comes up, and then I'll leave it to you guys from there. Klopp's not taking the armband off Hendo. Did you not see the picture of Klopp and Henderson crying together? There's a bond between manager and captain. And even if he doesn't play much next season, mate, James Milner is the vice captain of the club. So, and if neither of those two are on the pitch, then yes, Blaine, I fully believe that Van Dijk will get the armband. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. Great seeing Henderson with his dad. It was, John. It was beautiful. Yeah, a lovely moment. And he just didn't want to let his dad go, did he? It was beautiful. Trent Alexander-Arnold will be captain when Hendo leaves, said Adam Parks. He will be captain of this club someday. I'm in no doubt of that. Craig's the best and will always be the best. Thank you, Anthony. That's very kind of you, my friend. Right, look, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't seen Henderson and his dad. Is it on YouTube? It'll be on YouTube, mate, but it'll be on Twitter as well. Just go Henderson Dad. Just put that into search on Twitter and it will come up. And it was a wonderful moment. And yeah, I can only imagine what it meant to both of them to be able to share that together. Brian said, Henderson embodies everything this club stands for. Captain until he leaves. Not just captain, Brian. European Cup winning captain Jordan Henderson. I'm so happy to be able to say that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Unless, of course, there's a transfer or something that shocks us in the meantime. I'll be back here tomorrow at 9:30 as always. We'll go back. We'll start talking about transfers and tomorrow. We'll start looking ahead to pre-season. We'll do everything else that we're going to do over the summer. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, turn the notifications on. Get your comments ready. If you need to contact us, you can do so. AnfieldAgenda@outlook.com or gmail.com. As always, go nothing but love, and thank you to everyone that donated to Sabrina for the Cystic Fibrosis Ireland for the ladies mini marathon. The link is still below if you want to donate to it. You can do so directly via that link. And thank you to you all. Take care of your families. Tell your loved ones that you love them. And up the motherfucking 6 times European Cup winning Reds. Go on.